Devastating news from Los Angeles. Wildfires are ripping through Southern California, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. Over 80,000 people have been forced to flee, leaving their homes and memories behind. Some of the most famous neighborhoods in the Pacific Palisades and Malibu are in ruins, and even celebrities who've lived there for years are sharing their grief.
As the fires rage on in Southern California, the destruction is stark. Photos from the front lines show the devastating impact of these flames.
We do our best, and today we were successful in some and we were unsuccessful in others.
Leighton Meester and Adam Brody are among those hit hard. Just days after attending the Golden Globes, they lost their Pacific Palisades home, where they had been raising their 2 kids. It's gut-wrenching to think about how quickly life can flip upside down. Ricki Lake also poured her heart out online, calling her home heaven on earth. It's where she and her husband had planned to grow old together. How devastating must it be to lose a place filled with so much love and hope? Meanwhile, Ben Affleck tried to save what he could but had to evacuate as the flames got closer. He ended up taking shelter at Jennifer Garner's house.
It is like driving through hell itself down here.
And Paris Hilton? She posted footage of her Malibu home burning live on TV. While she's grieving the loss of her son's first steps and so many family memories, she's also grateful everyone is safe. That's the kind of resilience we all hope to have in times like these. Kate Beckinsale shared her heartbreak, calling the loss devastating. She said the Pacific Palisades wasn't just her home, but one of the few truly family-friendly areas in LA. The Pacific Palisades was one of the few truly family-oriented places in Los Angeles, she shared. Reflecting on the devastation, she said, "It's unrecognizable now. This was where my daughter grew up, where so many memories were made. To see it gone is absolutely devastating."
Wind is blowing. My hands are black from just the air, just blowing by. This wind has been relentless for the last 24 hours.
Diane Warren, the iconic songwriter, lost her beach house of nearly 30 years. Despite everything, she found hope in knowing the animals at her rescue ranch were safe. A reminder that even in the darkest moments, small blessings can mean so much. Similarly, Billy Crystal and his wife Janice also lost the home they had cherished since 1979. Can you imagine that? Decades of family memories, now reduced to nothing but ashes. Despite the heartbreaking loss, Billy's optimism shines through. Beautiful memories that can't be taken away. We are heartbroken, of course, but with the love of our children and friends, we will get through this, he shared in a statement. That's the kind of resilience we all need to hear right now. The list of those affected continues to grow. Jennifer Grey's daughter revealed on Instagram that the Dirty Dancing star's home had burned to the ground, while Star Trek actress Denise Crosby shared a photo of the ashes that were once her Spanish cottage, a place where she met her husband and raised her son. Mark Hamill was forced to flee Malibu with his wife and dog, describing the experience as fleeing for our lives. Jennifer Love Hewitt echoed similar sentiments, thanking first responders and urging everyone to hold their loved ones close during such an unimaginable crisis. Even those whose homes are still standing are feeling the loss. Jamie Lee Curtis shared that her house is safe, but her neighborhood is gone. She's especially heartbroken about losing a local church where she found sobriety 25 years ago. It's not just buildings that burn, it's the memories tied to them.
And it's gnarly, you guys. It's just a catastrophe in Southern California. Obviously, there have been horrific fires in many places. This is literally where I live.
In times like these, it's crucial to stay together and support each other. Remember how everyone came together during Hurricane Milton? Celebrities and everyday people alike stepped up to help those in need, showing that even in the darkest times, unity is our greatest strength. Milton has quickly earned the nickname, the storm of the century, with President Joe Biden himself calling it that.
But no one should be confused. It's still expected to be one of the most and worst destructive hurricanes that hit Florida in over a century.
And it's not just the authorities who were worried. People across the state were doing everything they can to help those affected by the hurricanes. Celebrities were stepping up in a big way, and Taylor Swift was leading the charge. Always ready to lend a hand, she donated an impressive $5 million to help communities rebuild and recover. Her donation went toward providing food, clean water, and supplies for people who've lost everything. Gotta love how Taylor is always there when people need her the most.
I probably do have that habit. I imagine that I might have that habit, yeah.
But she was not the only one pitching in. Dolly Parton, who has long been dedicated to charity, teamed up with Walmart to bring flood relief to the Appalachian region.
I'm happy that I was in a position to be able to help. I think when you get in a position to help, you should help.
On top of her initial $1 million donation, she matched it with another $1 million from her own businesses, including Dollywood. As she put it, God has been good to me, and so has the public. If there's anything I can do to give back, I'm always willing. Is there anyone more inspiring than Dolly when it comes to helping others?
I love to give. It makes me feel good to be able to help and to help someone else.
Next up, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were stepping in too. They've donated $1 million to Feeding America's Disaster Relief Fund. Their contribution helped food banks provide essentials like water, ready-to-eat meals, and supplies to communities facing devastating loss. What a power couple.
For me, filtering my perspective and my energy through a prism of empathy and service has made my life better.
Heavy metal band Metallica also joined the cause. Through their nonprofit, All Within My Hands Foundation, they donated $50,000 each to World Central Kitchen and Team Rubicon to help with Hurricane Helene's first response efforts. It's so cool seeing rock legends like Metallica doing their part in times of crisis.
It makes total sense to be able to spread the goodness around. We get to meet all kinds of different people, giving back in every place we get to go to. It feels great.
Country star Morgan Wallen has also joined the efforts, and he didn't just stop at donating $500,000 to the American Red Cross. He's also been actively involved on the ground. Wallen has been collecting supplies and volunteering at food drives, helping to raise even more funds for hurricane victims. His foundation is also working with food banks to support those hardest hit in Tennessee and North Carolina. It's awesome to see Morgan getting his hands dirty and going the extra mile to help those in need. Ivanka Trump has also been spotted lending a hand. She traveled to North Carolina with her son Joseph, where they served food and handed out supplies to families displaced by Hurricane Helene. On top of that, she helped deliver 300 Starlink systems from SpaceX, ensuring people stay connected during the recovery efforts. Whether you love her or not, you've got to admire her for stepping in to personally assist these communities. And let's not forget about her father, former President Donald Trump. His fundraiser for Hurricane Helene victims has raised over $2 million, with thousands of donations pouring in. Say what you will about Trump, but he was showing that even after leaving office, he's committed to helping out in tough times.
Yesterday I was in Georgia to survey the terrible damage from the storm. It was terrible.
Oh, and how could we not highlight Tom Brady, who announced a $100,000 donation to relief efforts, which was matched by Give with GoPuff. Brady encouraged everyone to keep those impacted by these storms in your prayers, look out for your neighbors, and continue to help out any way you're able. Now that's some serious community spirit from the football legend.
We have a great mission. We have a great vision.
These disasters are heartbreaking, but the strength and resilience of the affected communities is incredible. Let's come together, sending all our love and support. Right now, what matters most is everyone's safety. Everything else, though irreplaceable, can be rebuilt with time and care.